would be a successful week here in Milwaukee?
Two things. I think if I play 4 solid rounds, we got off to a good start today. If I can do that for 3 more days, I'll be very happy, and a victory would be awfully nice too.
A victory. Do you think, to me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash, especially talking to the other guys on tour that have been out here for years and years and years, and certainly an incredible amateur record. But what do you say to those guys?
Well,
when you come out here, you know what I'm saying. Your first pro tournament, you say, I can win.
Oh, I understand that. I've always figured that why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? There's really no point in even going. That's the attitude I've had my entire life, and that's the attitude I will always have. As I would explain to my dad, second sucks, and third's even worse. That's just a feeling.
But on tour, that's not too bad sometimes, though.
That's not too bad, but I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn. I'm just kidding you. I'm sorry I had to say that.
I know I can get it.
You know it. Of your kids, you answered it with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?
Some people stand up and rise. Some people sit and cry. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clips. This is the overlaying message that we've kind of been trying to talk about with the Shedeur Sanders thing in the draft. It's the humbling effect, right? We've seen this before. And that's why I use the clips with Tiger Woods and Venus Williams, because we've seen this before. This is a normal thing that we see in our lives. This is, for me as a 45-year-old man, that's normal behavior. And what I mean is, there was a time when what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be a doctor. You can't be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. You can't be a lawyer because it's that, the teachers would tell you that, be anything you want to be, but, oh no, you can't do that. I want to be an astronaut, but you can't be an astronaut. You get what I'm saying? So it's that, like, I need you to know that you can't be important in life, or you can't be what you dream to be in life, or you can't be what you aspire to be in life, or you can't have an expectation of winning in life, right? So that keeps happening. And people like to hide around all kinds of excuses like, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. And that's part of the problem, because here's the issue. You say you want a certain type of person, but you only want that type of person when you get them. You don't want that person before they get to you. This is what I mean. I want somebody to be a winner. I want somebody to be smart. I want somebody to be a dog. I want somebody, to have swagger. I want somebody to be confident. But you want them to be those things when you want them to be those things. You want them to be a winner when you say, hey, be a winner now. You want them to be a dog when you say, hey, you can be a dog now. You want them to have swagger when you say, hey, you can have swagger now. You know what I'm saying? So, but if they have that before they get to you, something wrong with them. Oh, he's too high on himself. He's overconfident. He's cocky. He's brash. I don't think, I think I think he's not a good person. It's like, oh, I get it. I wasn't supposed to be that until you said it was okay for me to be that. I understand it now. Then you have the aspect of adults, and it's normally, Caucasian white adults talking down to, or or lying to, or playing games with, or manipulating, or throwing young black people under the bus. That's normally how it goes. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. We gotta teach them a lesson. We gotta send a message. And people go, man, you're doing too much. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. Because guess what? This happens at job interviews. When you have a good interview, we like you, but you seem to be overqualified. So can we get you in the fifth round by we'll hire you, but we won't pay you what we'll pay a white person who has the same credentials. We're gonna lowball you because we got to teach you a lesson because it's just how it goes. That's how that goes. That's why never discuss your salaries at work because you find out you're the one getting paid the least and doing the most. But hey, that's okay. So it's a formula for white America winning, right? It's not for you if you black. Then, you know, we have to go with this. We have to play this. Let's sweep it under the rug game, or let's make excuses game, or let's. Well, see, it's because it's and it probably and this wasn't a good look, and it's like, oh, okay, interesting. I remember that too. I remember that too. You know, because I remember a lot of people making excuses for a lot of people's bad behavior. Bad behavior. While at the same time, mm, mm, I don't. You're kind of too good. Matter of fact, let's just put it out in this aspect. The vast majority of Black America didn't believe that they'll see a Black president in their lifetime. The Barack Obama thing kind of it shook everybody. Like, oh wow, because the normal thing was, oh yeah, that's something that you know America ain't ready for that. America don't want to see that. And to be perfectly honest, they still ain't had a Black president in America. You know, so that is what it is. Like I can have everybody else, but not your black. So because you're doing too much, you might be a little too good. That's the same thing. If you go back all the way to civil rights movement, lynchings, from the lynching area, it was from the lynching era, Jim Crow. A lot of that was, you know, telling men, women, and children, you know, you need to humble yourself because you're too good to eat in the restaurant. You're too good to eat. You got to go get food in the back. You got to sit at the back of the bus. You got to go to the school. Can't have actual books like everybody else can have actual books. You got to have torn up books. Oh, if you want to play sports, you got to have the jankiest equipment ever. It's all that. Oh, you want to be a leader? Kill him. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King's brother Albert, Medgar Evers. You know, Fred Hampton. We can't have that to now. Every time you see somebody that's a prominent black figure, somebody has to have a frivolous scandal, not a real scandal for the most part. Most part, these are frivolous scandals that's supposed to throw them under the bus. Matter of fact, I can say it like this: Martin Luther King had a Me Too movement 30 years after he died. Did you know he was sleeping with these women? They tried to do the same to Malcolm X. Did you know he was sleeping with a man? It's the same thing. You're not supposed to have an expectation of excellence. And if you have an expectation of excellence, it's threatening. It's threatening to, I guess, the white ego. I really can't call it because to me it's stupid. And the reason why I say it's stupid because it's like in sports. It's the same stupidity of these people who are racist, but they go to the games and they cheer for their team and they cheer for the black players on their team, but the black players on the other team, they call them nigga all the time. That's just how stupid people are. Like, oh, guys, guys' name right on your back. Girls' name may be right on your back, depending on the sport. And that's my favorite player. And then the star from the other team come out. You never. It's like, you heard that, Junior? We got to get him. It's like, oh, okay. You out here tripping. because you're not we're supposed to have a humbling effect. That's part of the um if you feel like if you're successful, that's part of the whole trope of getting pulled over by the police. And I don't care that you got a nice car, I don't care that you're a stand-up citizen, I don't care that you're making money. I gotta make sure you know what your place is in this country, and I could blow your head off if I felt like it. And so remember that. That's what that is. It's the humbling effect. This is a normal thing, you know. And people act like they don't know what it is and they don't see it. It's the same thing as when you go out in public and um you might be somewhere and just some random white person just has to invade your space and or has to tell you about yourself, about something that you kind of thrown off, got like, what the is going on? Like, I don't, what just happened? And they just have to, you know, they put you on a defensive just out of the blue. It's the humbling effect. And then when you cuss them out, they become the victim. It's the humbling effect, you know. So this is a normal thing in America. It's passed down from generation to generation to generation. It's a part of racism. And that's why people sometimes equate things like this to race, is because it's the same MO. Because you don't see this, just like I put the clips up, you don't see this when it's white people like that. You get what I'm saying? You don't. Matter of fact, oh shoot, there's a movie on Netflix. It's a movie on Netflix about actually Mexicans in Texas who wanted to play golf in like the 50s. I want to say the 50s, 1950s, 1960s, right? The name of the movie is The Long Game. Same issue. I gotta let you know you don't belong here. You can't belong here. You can't never be good. I.e., you're not supposed to be better than me. I don't want to compete with you if I know you're better than me. And this happens in school, you know what I'm saying? All the way to business in all facets of life. So even in religion, that's why people bring religion into people try to be a bully 1 minute, and then when they about to get their head knocked off, they want to hide behind religion. Because the humble God wouldn't, what would Jesus do? Okay, I get it now. It's a game that insecure people play. But you tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take it.